In the future, it's illegal for poor people to run. By the time the man realized this and skidded to a halt, it was already too late. His phone notified him that he had committed a crime. When he looked up, an armed police drone was hovering right in front of him. After confirming Jason's identity, the drone produced a pair of silver bracelets and ordered him to put them on within 5 seconds. Jason thought about trying to bluff his way out, but the system instantly analyzed his facial expressions and tone of voice and detected he was lying. As Jason kept rambling on, the drone pulled out a stun baton, ready to take him in by force. Since all of this was happening on a public street, he quickly became the neighborhood troublemaker in everyone's eyes. In the end, Jason had no choice but to put on the handcuffs right there in front of the drone. Even he had no idea what consequences awaited him. Once he arrived at the prison, an empty tray appeared before him. All inmates were required to surrender their personal belongings before being processed. Jason was quite helpless. He placed everything he had onto the tray as instructed. When he finished, the tray was taken away, and along with it came a standard prison uniform. Following the system's voice prompts, Jason made his way to his assigned cell. The moment he stepped inside, the system automatically verified his identity, and his handcuffs clicked open on their own. If he wanted more comfortable accommodations, that was an option too. Just $75 for a luxury single room, but that was useless to Jason. All he wanted right now was to find a lawyer to defend him. The problem was, even the cheapest lawyer cost $10,000. Of course, being broke came with its own workarounds. If he pleaded guilty within the allotted time, the system would automatically reduce his sentence. But if he refused to plead guilty within 7 days, he'd be sentenced to 45 years behind bars. That completely broke Jason. The system repeated its question: guilty or not guilty? If an inmate still hadn't entered a plea after 3 months, the system would default to guilty. During this period, he had one chance to hire a lawyer, his only hope of ever getting out of here. The moment Jason heard this, he scrambled to call his mother to borrow money for legal fees. But to his disbelief, even making a phone call required waiting in line. He figured it would take maybe 10 minutes. Hours later, the call still hadn't gone through. Jason fell asleep. It wasn't until evening that the system's alert finally woke him up. He walked over to check the screen, and his jaw dropped. The system indicates that the call failed. The reasons are also very compelling. Every outgoing call cost a minimum of $3. After waiting in line for hours, he'd gotten absolutely nothing, because Jason's account balance didn't even have a dime in it. One setback after another wore Jason down to his core. Was he really going to be locked up in here for the rest of his life? Just as he was about to give up and let fate take its course, a miracle happened. It turned out there was a way to earn money inside the prison. And just like that, Jason saw a glimmer of hope again.